Hello, I'm Frank Brazel, professor of history at Manning University and a student in the PhD in History program at Liberty University. In this video series, we explore the history of Cumberland County during the colonial era and early republic. This research seeks to highlight the role of Cumberland County and of Fayetteville, its principal city, in the wider events of the American Revolution and early republic. In the third video of this series, we follow Cumberland County and its role in the birth of a new nation. Without a defined capital, North Carolina's new state government met in Congress in multiple cities. After initially deciding against ratifying the Constitution at Hillsborough, the North Carolina General Assembly would reconvene just blocks from where the men of Cross Creek had declared their independence from Britain. Welcome back to Cumberland County, a history. During the war, Cross Creek had combined with nearby Campbellton to form a single entity, known officially as Upper and Lower Campbellton. However, records from the era indicate that in the common usage, the two remained separate. That is, until 1783, when the General Assembly voted to change the name of Upper and Lower Campbellton to Fayetteville, in honor of the Marquis de Lafayette, the young French nobleman who, at extraordinary personal cost, came to America to offer his services to the Continental Army. While Thomas Hogg's Patriot Force held Cross Creek in the fall of 1781, Lafayette was in the field as a major general alongside Washington at Yorktown, having outmaneuvered Lord Cornwallis during his failed campaign in Virginia. In the 1780s, North Carolina did not have a permanent capital. In 1786, the General Assembly met in Fayetteville in what would become North Carolina's first state house. The original building burned in the Great Fire that swept through the city in 1831 and was later replaced by the Market House, which still stands upon the site today. State tax records from 1787 show that Alexander McAllister, erstwhile lieutenant colonel of the Cumberland County Militia during the war, was paid by the state for his services. John Campbell, who had been an ensign in the militia under McAllister, served as county sheriff for 1786. As the decade drew to a close, Fayetteville citizens proved that when it came to issues of national concern, they were neither ignorant nor indifferent. As issues of ratification came to the fore, Cumberland County was once again divided. During the summer of 1788, a convention was held at Hillsborough in Orange County to vote whether or not North Carolina would ratify the new Constitution. As in other states, the political divide came over the issue of federalism, wherein the Federalists desired a strong national government, to which the Anti-Federalists were apprehensive. The Fayetteville Gazette, in an article published more than a year later, noted that while at first its unnamed author has assumed the Anti-Federalists were operating merely out of a desire for selfish gain, there had been times for heads to cool. North Carolina's convention had demanded a Bill of Rights beyond the scope of what had been in the Constitution in 1788. In the interim, they'd received a Bill of Rights, to the joy of the author. The next month, in October, the conversation regarding the nature of the new nation remained front-page material, with additional commentary on the nominations for President Washington's new cabinet and the establishment of the seat of government in Pennsylvania. Less than 6 weeks after that publication was issued, momentous events would occur in the printer's own backyard. On November 21st, 1789, after 19 days of session, the North Carolina General Assembly at Fayetteville voted to ratify the U.S. Constitution, and North Carolina joined the Union. It was then that Fayetteville committed its last great act in the establishment of North Carolina within the fledgling United States. In 1792, a permanent capital was established in Raleigh, and Fayetteville faded to political obscurity. As the era surrounding the American Revolution began to fade to memory, so too did Fayetteville's role in national affairs. Then, in 1825, the city would be given a final living reminder of her role in the birth of a new nation.